So this is a book where you dehydrate whole meals and then reconstitute them at the campsite. The pro is that you don't have to dehydrate individual ingredients. The con is that the meals don't last very long. Not even a month tops maybe, because fat doesn't dehydrate well. So those are the pros and cons to the recipes in that book. This book, everything is dehydrated separately. So you have jerky dehydrated separately from spices, dehydrated separately from meat products, and then you combine everything in a Ziploc baggie and then rehydrate it at the campsite. And the advantage of that being is all you have to do is pour water in, let it reconstitute, and you're ready to eat. And the meals will last longer because everything is dehydrated separately, including the milk-containing products like sour cream or yogurt, and they last longer, as well as the meat. The disadvantage is all the time involved in dehydrating everything separately. And then this book is a combination of both of those two. Some meals are dehydrated whole and then reconstituted, but again, the con being they don't last as long. And then most of the meals are separate individual components that are dehydrated, like the meat is dehydrated, the milk products are dehydrated separately and recombined. So when you get to your campsite, all you have to do is pour boiling water in, let it reconstitute, boom, you're ready to go. And this book also has the added advantage of giving you very explicit instructions on how to dehydrate chicken and ham and turkey and beef, and adding breadcrumbs to the beef so that it doesn't turn into gravel, so that you can actually chew it and eat it rather than eating gravel. So I highly recommend that book, actually all three books. I've used all three in different pieces.
So this is what the chicken looks like. It comes in this big can, and then that's what it looks like before dehydration. So this is what ground turkey looks like before you dehydrate it. And what was that combination again?
1 pound of ground turkey, half a cup of Italian breadcrumbs.
1 pound of ground turkey, 1/2 cup of Italian breadcrumbs.
So when you rehydrate it,
So when you rehydrate it, it doesn't turn into gravel. So here's what the turkey looks like when you take it out of the pan. And I understand that you want to break it up as small as possible so it can dehydrate the best. So here's our little dehydrator. It's an Excalibur food dehydrator. I like it because it has an auto off and different heat settings, and they just put the little doodad on the front.
So on the top tray is fat-free sour cream, because you can't dehydrate any milk products that have fat in them because they turn rancid. So this is 1 pint of fat-free sour cream that gets dehydrated for the turkey stroganoff. This is the chicken that's going to go in chicken curry with cashews and coconut. And this is the ground turkey that's going to go into turkey stroganoff. So we're going to dehydrate it at 145 degrees for 8 to 10 hours. And during that time, if you can break it up with your hands a little bit, it dehydrates more evenly. But at the end of 10 hours, it'll be completely dry. And then you can put it in vacuum seal bags, because then it lasts longer. And then I stick it in the freezer, so it basically could last 3 years if you wanted. But it's nice for backpacking, because if you dehydrate it and then vacuum seal it, if you're doing a long trip, it'll keep for 2-3 months without turning rancid, and you don't have to worry about any food spoilage. On the dehydrator, turn the temperature to 145 and put it on for 10 hours.
We'll be back. So this is what the turkey looks like when it's done. It does look like gravel. We're gonna just package it in this for the time being, but then we'll put it in the freezer, and then I've got a vacuum sealer that will show you how to do that. And this is what the yogurt looks like when it's done. It's like a big sheet of yogurt, a dried yogurt. Then you just break it up.
Oh, that chicken's perfect.
So here's the second batch of turkey going in. You have to completely cook the turkey before you dehydrate it.
20 minutes.
20 minutes on the stove.
Medium heat.
So here's what apple sauce looks like in a leather format. Just peels off, and it peels off really easily too. So you just cut it up. You can use this on tortillas and that sort of thing. We've made a lot of these. Okay, so I guess this is 6 weeks of food. So why don't you go over and...
So this one here is beef stroganoff.
So this is mushrooms and what's this stuff?
Dehydrated sour cream.
Sour cream, and you have some
Beef stroganoff mixture.
stroganoff mixture.
Noodles. And ground beef.
And ground beef.
Ground turkey.
Ground turkey.
This is chicken curry.
So it's a yogurt with rice, and what's in there?
Cashews, coconut, curry powder, onion powder, garlic powder, and raisins.
And then this is...
French onion soup with, those are French lentils. Dehydrated, of course. And that is individual packages of dehydrated ham that goes with the soup. That's all dehydrated ham. Okay. And then the next one over is tortellini.
So this is more ground beef.
More ground turkey. With tortellini.
Tortellini.
And then that is spaghetti sauce leather in that big bag. Spaghetti sauce, dehydrated. This is Mexican casserole, which is ground turkey, tomato paste, leather. Those are black beans and pinto beans, dehydrated, with the chili season. This is a chili con carne, so it's a chili seasoning mix, and then corn to kind of add some flavor. And then moving on down the line, this is going to be tuna noodle casserole, so dehydrated tuna with shells, Parmesan cheese, and then the flavoring, which is an Alfredo sauce. And this one is Mexican casserole. So this is salsa leather, dehydrated. This is the fiesta corn, so it's got corn and red peppers and black beans in it, with a taco seasoning mix, with dehydrated green onions, and this is the dehydrated ground turkey, and then this is vegetarian pinto bean, the La Rosarita frijoles that come out of a giant can. This was one giant can and dehydrated down to 2 bags. Same thing. And then this last one is basically the Annie's mac and cheese with the mac and cheese flavoring in it. And then this is dehydrated ground turkey and then some peas for color. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different meals that we'll rotate through so we don't get sick of everything.
And then to the tortellini, there's more Parmesan cheese, which is vacuum sealed. So this is what you do. This is our Nesco vacuum sealer. So it comes in these big rolls, and what you do is you just take and this is the sealing bar that gets hot. You just put enough there so that it will catch that. You lock down the sealer both sides, and then you just hit seal only. it does its little job.
Ooh, I forgot. You have to
Then it
put
comes
paper
off.
towels in there so it will puncture the, well, I don't think it'll puncture, but if it does.
And then you get this nice little seal. And then you repeat that like 40, 50 times. So this is part one of the beef stroganoff. This is the vacuum part of it. So the bag has to go inside of there. And then it will seal here and suck out through here in this little port. So that actually might be a little bit too much bag. You don't want too much bag. You want enough so they can fit inside there, but not leave you with too much gap here. Something that people do is they'll just do it up high and then use the bag itself like a pot. They'll just pour the hot water right in here, let it sit in a Reflectix cozy, and then eat right out of the bag. And that's a great way to do it too. So there it is where this main bar goes inside the just vacuum chamber.
This one didn't seal either.
Okay, so, and then you close both sides, and then you seal. Pop it out, and it looks like that. And it's pretty hard. Now sometimes if there's sharp stuff in there, it'll poke through the plastic. If that happens, you have to line it with like a paper towel, or you could use I suppose 2 of these bags. So this one didn't seal. It must have poked through. So we're going to try to put it inside of another bag. Like I say, you could do the paper towel idea, but it seems like why throw away a bag, and that's already kind of got the paper towel idea. Maybe you can stuff it, we'll try that. Try to stuff it inside a second bag to make sure it seals. So there it is, one bag inside of the other. We'll give it a shot. And there it goes. Sealing.
Cake.
So, guess that worked okay. So again, if you have anything sharp, you should put a little paper towel inside the bag first, and then put your food in between that layer. So that's what a one looks like. Oh, what I got some of the stuff out. But that's what it looks like with a paper towel. The deal is you can't let the paper towel get anywhere near the seal. So this is basically just Parmesan cheese with turkey, and there's some dried spaghetti sauce inside there,
Leather. Here's the
which is
leather.
called leather.
It looks like this.
Yeah, it looks just like this. It looks like leather. Yeah, that's just basically your store-bought spaghetti sauce.
No, mine's homemade.
Well, hers is homemade, but normal people can do it with just. So there's a sheet of tomato paste that went through the dehydrator.
And now it's leather.
Now it's leather.
So you just tear it off.
Just tear it off like, yeah, pretty cool.
Okay.
So this is what 6 weeks of dinners for 2 people looks like. Now, yes, this is probably more food than we'll use, but like we were saying, it does keep, I mean, a good year. So whatever we don't use this trip, we use on the next trip or the trip after that. So it's not like, you know, you got one shot to use all this. So when we go back to our van, it'll be like going to the store. You just pick out, you know, one of these and one of these and two of these, and then that'll all work out. We also have a few Mountain House to pick from if you want to get bored with stuff, and so we won't starve. Anyway, that's how we've gotten so far in the dehydration process. We'll show you part 2 when we actually cook it on the trail. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.